of the suction probe, so it reduces the likelihood of wax getting trapped as it's travelling up. In addition, it's lubricated the walls of the ear canal, so it's reduced friction, which can then facilitate the extraction of the wax plug. And it also helps to bind this wet wax together. When you've got wet wax like this, when you suction it just comes away in little chunks, so the oil helps to almost combine and bond and all the wax together. So when you do suction, it comes out in larger chunks. I always compare it to an egg in a recipe where you're binding ingredients together, like a potato cake or fish cake. And see, it's really helped. Fortunately, on their right ear, there wasn't any hairs that are matted up against the eardrum, which is good. It was good in the sense where, because it was quite a challenge in their left ear, and so I was fortunate we didn't have to use the forceps up against the eardrum on their right ear. Just a bit of dead skin here. I'm just going to peel that away. Got to be careful it doesn't clarinet. Sometimes when we suction dead skin, the skin violently flaps at the tip of the sucker. That can emit a very loud squeal, high frequency squeal. It's not only loud for the patient, but it's also loud for myself. So it's just going to be a bit careful. Just back near the entrance again, just mopping away all this wet wax. So in total, this procedure, the patient was in the room for about 45 minutes. Me physically being in the ear, as you can see on the screen, it's about 31 minutes, but quite often I was having to come out the ear, clean the suction tube, wipe the lens of the endoscope. So we did run over the clinic, so at the clinic we arrange half-an-hour appointments, and the half-an-hour appointments are for the worst case scenarios typically. A normal average earwax removal can take literally minutes to do per ear, but I always allocate half an hour because you just don't know which patient's going to come in, where it's a bit more complex. So in this case, you can see we're way over the allotted time, so it's a very, very complicated case for that reason. But I went outside, just explained to the patient who was waiting that we won't be too much longer, and they're very appreciative that we come out and advise, and of course they understand that not every procedure is going to be straightforward. So I've never had a patient who's been a bit disgruntled that they're having to wait, because they know when they're in the room they're going to get the exact same treatment from myself, and we're going to do everything properly without shortcuts. So I'm just trying to go through the hair without making direct contact, because it can blur the lens. Slightly blurred it there. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. It was a long one. Do take care. Keep well. Speak soon. Bye.